For Virgo, they're gonna fight for your love, Virgo. Is your person gonna fight for your love? We're gonna start out looking at Virgos with Aries. Virgo with Aries. This is a practice, a general reading. It's not intended to resonate with everybody. Just entertainment, guys. We're having fun here. I'm practicing. Thank you for the opportunity. Let's see how it goes with Virgo and Aries. So it says, yes, first they're going to give you a piece of their mind, Virgo. So first they'll fight for their love by giving you a piece of their mind. As things progress, it looks like no, they're just going to see that you're not the one for them. And yeah, no, they're going to emotionally disconnect. So it looks like first they'll give you a piece of their mind, then they start to disconnect and see that you're not the one for them, and then they emotionally disconnect. All right, so how's about Virgo and Taurus? Virgo and Taurus. Virgo and Taurus. Virgo and Taurus. Virgo and Taurus. Half will, half won't. It looks like half will, half won't. And then it looks like they're going to try to fight for your love by courting you, trying to reconcile the situation with you. And while they're courting and seeing about reconciling with you, they'll be looking at other options too. So looks like they're going to move their energy around. But it says, and then no, they're not. And it looks like though if you play with them, they could rock your world and turn it upside down for you. They might, it looks like they'll do that. So it looks like mostly they'll be targeting you to fight for your love, to try to convince you, to try to work with you, to try to reconcile. But you still got to be careful because they'll be moving their energy around and looking for other options. It looks like they're not going to take the connection as serious as, if there's some games. And depending on how far the games go, looks like they could rock your world. As far as, fight, but to devastate you. Let's see about Gemini and Virgo. 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 Half of them will, half of them won't. It looks like they might give you some tips for tat type energy. Give you a taste of your medicine. And then it looks like, though, if there's somebody else in the picture, too, they might just play games with anybody that's in the picture. Initially, that's what that looks like. Then it looks like they'll move into a third-party situation. And then it looks like once they've moved into a third-party situation, played some mental games, then they might try to come back around to love on you, show love to you. That's interesting if your connection persists. But it looks kind of like they won't be the same. They'll be continually looking for other love options. So will they fight for you? It looks like they'll play some games with you. Okay, let's look about Virgo and Cancer. All right, yes. they will. That says yes. And then after that, third-party situations. But it looks like they won't give up on the connection with you. They'll fight for you, but then they'll also juggle and have their fun and still stay with you. Let's see about Virgo and Leo. Okay, so Virgo and Leo, looks like they're going to be devastated and heartbroken, feeling betrayed. Okay, so it looks like they're going to be too shocked and too numb to fight initially. Just going to hurt and be feeling effed up. And then they're going to question your relationship and wonder if they should stay, if they should fight for it or not. So it looks like, again, they're going to be torn. So it looks like they're going to be torn, wondering if they should fight for this or not. And then it looks like they will definitely come back to try to give you a taste of your medicine and play some games with you too. Wow, so it looks like this is all personal so far. Let's take a look at Virgo with other Virgos. Will they fight for your love? Virgo with other Virgos. And in the chat, Scorpio, you said, and Aquarius. Okay. This one is Virgos. Then we'll have Libra, and then we'll have Scorpios. Let's see, Virgo with Virgo. Yeah, Virgo with Virgo. Interestingly enough, I'm getting a no. It looks like they it looks like no, they're not gonna fight. This is interesting. It looks like no, they're not going to fight, and they're not going to leave the connection either. It looks like they have an understanding. There's a mutual understanding here that they'll try to figure out what's wrong, work on it. So that's like a yes, but like as far as they'll fight to try to work on it. They'll fight to try to continue the connection, to understand it. But not physical fights or anything toxic is what it looks like. It looks like they'll try to work on it in a non-toxic way as well. So let's take a look at Virgo and Libra. Virgo and Libra. Virgo and Libra. So it says yes. Yes, they'll fight for this connection. It's very intense. The emotions that they go through is very intense. A lot of it is personal. That they'll feel a type of way. They'll spend time in their head thinking about it and distressed about that. But they'll feel locked in the connection, like they don't want to walk away from the connection. It looks like they're gonna, yeah, that they would fight for that connection. Let's see what else. But it looks like they'll start to not take it serious anymore. So they might fight. Looks like they'll fight for the connection and they're devastated by it, but then they're not going to take the connection seriously. They're like, they were thinking about marriage. They're not thinking about marriage anymore. And they don't want to progress it to a higher level of commitment. But it also looks like they won't want to walk away from the connection either. I don't see them emotionally disconnecting either. It looks like they'll try to work on the connection. Even when it's toxic, it looks like they're not runners. But marriage is out of the question, at least for the time being. That would prolong any marriage commitment. Yeah, see, again, they're not going to be able to see the same anymore. But it does look like they wouldn't run from the connection. Yeah, they will fight for it, but it diminishes the value of the connection. And they won't be able to see the same anymore. Okay, so let's see about Virgo and Scorpio. It's like, so far, Virgo, these love interests is taking it kind of hard and really blaming you, directing all the angst towards you. Let me see what's going on. Virgo and Scorpio. They fight for that connection. Well, as a Virgo, I don't cheat, so I don't have to worry. I mean, look at me, like, I don't have to worry about this. I have no tangible experience about this. I don't cheat at all in my connections. But let's see what's taking place here. So it looks like Scorpio would ghost. If the connection is fresh, they will just ghost. They might not even tell you what's wrong or give you a chance to explain yourself. They just dip. Let's see what else. So it looks like they'll just remove themselves and come back later. Now, if it persists, yes, they will fight. But again, it looks like you won't be able to see it coming. You won't be able to, you won't see it coming. So it looks like best advice not to do that with them. But first they would ghost, they would compose themselves, and then they would come back. And then, yeah, it looks like they won't make it easy. So will they fight? It looks like yes, Scorpio would. Scorpio would. That's what that says. Okay, let's take a look at Virgo and Sagittarius. All right, so let's see. So that's a yes off the bat. Yes, they will, definitely. Let's see what else. Okay, be quiet. That's another yes. I wish somebody would type of yes. Heads might roll. I mean, will, not might. Heads are going to roll. So yeah, they definitely would. They're possessive, diabolical in their get backs. This is the first time I see them. They'll get back at whoever's involved. Not just attacking Virgo, but they will attack, they will fight for you, whoever is involved. Anybody could get it. They're possessive and they're territorial. That's what that says. And they look like they're marksmen. Like, they don't miss. They won't get caught type energy. Okay, so that was a yes. How about Capricorn? Let's see, Capricorn. Okay, so I'm getting yes across the boards that they would. And first of all, their get back is so smooth. It looks like they'll handle their business. You won't even see that they handled it. That's interesting. It's almost like I wish an MFer would, and then they take care of business so smooth we won't even see that they handled it, and then it looks like they won't leave you though. They will become more attracted, more loving to you. So it's almost like some sort of spice of attraction to see somebody else wants you. They will fight for you, but real subtle behind the scenes. You won't even know. It's interesting. Like what? Where did so and so go? Oh, who so and so? Oh, your little friend? Huh? I wonder where they went. Let's take a look at Virgo and Aquarius. Okay, let's see. Virgo and Aquarius. Okay, coming off looking like this is the spice of life. Yeah, they're going to be bothered about that. Yeah, that's the spice. That's interesting. This says yes, they would. They're not runners, and they like probably they probably might deny it, but it looks like they like a little toxicity. They find that attractive, and they're not running. Yeah, they would again and again and again and again. That's what that says. Anybody could get it. All right, let's see about Virgo and Pisces. Virgo and Pisces. So Pisces going to be in their feelings if they care. First of all, it's like if I care, because half of them will, half of them won't. They're going to be like, man, this, because Virgo and Pisces, they're opposite signs anyway. So, like, if I care, half of them will, half of them won't. But the ones that do, yes, they will fight. They will become, yeah, they will fight. Anybody could get it. They're not even going to feel remorseful or sorry about it. It looks like they'll fight you and anybody else too. Anybody can get it. It'll be their pleasure to put somebody in their spot, put somebody in their place, including you and anybody else. Anybody could get it, and they won't even care. Won't feel remorseful. Won't give it a second thought. What else? Let's see. Yeah, they definitely will. They'll rock your world. As far as they'll tear everything down. They definitely will. That's what that says. Okay. And that takes us to the end of this reading. Okay, so hey, thank you so much for tuning in. Signing off for now. Until next time. Peace.